What it is, YouTube, CFX here back with another video. And in this video, you guys already know what's about to go down. So we're about to go over the video trades that we have taken this week. And just explain the thought process behind them, how this week actually went trading and all of the trades that we took. So I'm gonna kind of work my way down, honestly. And I'm gonna start off with US 30. So US 30 started off the week opening up over here. And I actually was in this sale. So my first trade of the week was this sale right here. So 30 came into my selling zone, and it looked like we had started to get a little bit of selling pressure right here, a little bit. And I ended up hopping in the sale, but as you guys can see, it did not sell right here. And I actually didn't, I did not let this trade hit my stop loss. I actually closed out of it super early because I started to realize, okay, this is not moving the way I would like it to. So we actually ended up closing out of this trade super early. And I just took my losses on that, even though it wasn't really much at all. So that's one thing that I do recommend for you guys to learn how to do. Learn how to cut your losses short. That's one of the things that a lot of people struggle with. They close their winners early, but hold their losses until they hit their stop loss. Do not do that because you're never going to be able to be profitable if you continue to do that, guys. So learn when to cut your losses short. Learn candlestick analysis and understand when trades are not about to go in your direction or in your favor. So I did end up closing this trade right here. And then as you guys can see, it went up to the top of my zone and ended up selling down the way that I was looking for it to over here. So that was the first US 30 trade that we ended up taking this week. The next one was the buy on the 29th. Let's go to the 29th here. Actually, I remember all of these. So let's hit the replay. So this light blue zone that I have right here was my buying zone that I have for US 30. And I was fully prepared for this market to buy up. I was actually in the buy at the entry of let me go to it. $31.0. Let me go back some more. This is not the buy that I was in at first. Here. So this was the buy that I was in. And then stop loss was a little bit above. Trying to make sure I got the time right for you guys and everything. So I do not mistake in anything that I'm reading. Okay, so it's right before the initial buy up, before the double top. All right, so around here is where this trade ended up taking place. Yep. Right around here. So ended up hopping in this market, and as you guys can see, I went in great profit afterwards. So it came into my buying zone, and I got the tweezer bottom right here, perfect candlestick that I ended up getting right here. And then I got in a little bit later than I wanted to. I actually would have liked my entry to be right here on the opening of this candlestick, because I got my 2 candlestick confirmation right here after it rejected off of this support level. Obviously it respected this level, gave me the tweezer bottom right here. Boom, I would have entered right here for the perfect entry, but at work at the time and could not catch the perfect entry as I wanted to, but I was able to catch this candlestick the way or where I had saw it at. So entered this trade and I was in great profit. As you guys can see, the analysis was perfect, but what ended up happening was I ended up moving my stop loss into profit. And once they had took off and it came back down, knocked me out, and then went right back up. So that's what ended up happening in this trade right here. And I was a little bit hurt about that one, not gonna lie. Only reason as to why was because it sucks when your analysis is spot on and you know you try to put a risk or put no risk on your trade and it end up, you know, coming back to backfire. And then saying that this market would have never hit my stop loss in the first place, even if I would if I would have kept my stop loss where it was, seeing that it wouldn't have hit my stop loss anyway, you know, it sucks a little bit. So that's what ended up happening with this trade right here. And you know, it is what it is. This was actually where it was. That's why I was a little bit confused. I had to move my trade or progress my trade a little bit further. So I had entered the market right in this area right here. It went back up instantly. Then boom, came back and hit me right here. So that was my US 30 trade. And after seeing that it had knocked me out up here, I did enter again up here for the buy as well, because I was thinking that it was about to buy out of this zone. I was on a 5-minute time frame, and I was seeing that it was breaking this resistance right here. So seeing that it had broke this resistance right here, and we had got the wick rejections on these 2 candlesticks, I was thinking that we were about to get some more buying pressure and that was about to buy up, but we did not. It actually ended up going back down again. And then only thing, you know, that I was missing on this was I could have just waited till it came right here instead of buying up here, because I actually ended up getting a perfect fib retracement for the 70% fib level. And I could have just entered or re-entered back down here and then went back up or bought it back up. So that was the only thing with my buy up here. I just bought at the wrong time. You know, bought at the wrong time. I should have entered down here instead, waited for the full retracement, because it was a perfect bounce off and it went right back up to that previous high. And I would have hit TP, because that would have been my TP one. I already know where I would have set it. So that was my mistake on that one. Everything else though, like right trades, just got knocked out of them due to moving my stop loss into profit or taking it too early. So entries was my biggest thing on US 30 this week. Entries. So next, let's go to, I'm gonna go over all my trades in EJ and GJ. So EJ and GJ, I had on my call Sunday. We were waiting for it to break this trend. So here, I thought it was actually about to sell down right here, but it did not. So it actually ended up creating point B right here for the uptrend. So point A, you guys know you cannot have an uptrend without two valid points first. So point A to point B, and then C right here just confirmed the trend. And it also was a retest of this resistance right here. So it came back and retested this resistance, which basically came into the zone right here. And that would have been a perfect buy up. But I was looking for the sell, but it did not sell down all of the way like I projected it to. So respected this trend line and created point B. So we ended up losing this one, but I ended up having, let me go out of it real quick. So share my full screen. So here, let's go to it. So after the market worked all the way up, throughout the week after we had took that first sale and lost it, we were waiting for it to break this trend now. So it broke this trend, came back up for the retest, and sold down. So the sale ended up happening. It just did not happen when we wanted it to. So I had sent in my group chat, I said EJ will have to break the support. Price is currently at the retest. Wait, EJ will have to break the support price is currently at and retest it to confirm the continuation. So just to go to the picture again, this is right here. This is when I sent it on the 29th. It was currently at the support level. And let's go back to it. And what did we get? Perfect break and retest. So we ended up getting exactly what we were looking for. It broke the support, came back and retested it on this wick right here. So that is the thing about using multiple time frames, because most people would have missed this retest right here. Right now we're looking on an hour, and this just looked like a wick, right? But if we go down to the 5 minute, look at it. Perfect. It broke the support, came back and retested it right here, and then boom, it went on to sell all the way down. So this would have been your entry, boom, and then you could take it to the full retracement, which is what I'm about to get to later on. But this trade definitely was a great trade setup and went perfectly as planned. And even if you missed the other entries, it gave you some more entry opportunities up here. Same way it did with GJ, which I'm gonna get to in a little bit as well, where it gave people more entry opportunities. And there go your TP being hit right there. Now, one thing I do suggest is having your TP level set up. You know, if you did take this entry up here and got the perfect entry, go ahead and take profit right here. Go ahead and take profit. There's no reason to ride this trade all the way down, messing with your own emotions, because the market has pulled all the way back up here. Why not take profit down here, and then when it retraces, re-enter again, and then ride it all the way back down? There's no point in holding this and giving the market back your money, because most people would have moved their stop loss back into profit, and then guess what? They would have came and got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So same exact thing that happened with me on US 30. Only thing, well, I couldn't pay attention to it. But if you are paying attention to your market and you are expecting another pullback to happen, go ahead and take profit. Or even if you're not expecting expecting another pullback to happen. This right here, this move itself was 100 pips. Take profit. You're at 100 pips. I promise you, you only need 100 pips. Most people only go for 20 to 30 pips in a trade. So I guarantee you, there's no reason for you to even try to go for 100 pips unless you are a swing trader. But if you're not a swing trader, and I know you can't handle those emotions of a pullbacks happening within the market, because there are going to be pullbacks. There are going to be moments where you're up 2,000 and then you go back down to only up $500. But if you are not confident in your own analysis and know you can't hold a trade for that long, go ahead and take profit. Let the market do its pullback and then re-enter again and then ride it all the way back down, if your analysis still holds true, right? So that's just a couple of gems right there, but that is something that I definitely recommend beginner traders do and even advanced traders do. But that was my EJ analysis for the week. Perfect trade, amazing trade. You even could have caught the entry all the way up here once we got this double top, and then it sold down because it came back all the way up to here and about filled in this area right here, and then sold all the way back down. But this was an entry, and then this was a great entry right here. So that's how you catch an entry into I wouldn't even say a late market, because some people would have missed this entry and they would have been like, crap, I already missed the whole entire move. Well, you missed that part of the move, but that doesn't mean that the market is done moving, right? Like I said in the chat, it is at a support and it could potentially buy up, but if it breaks this support, wait for it to come back and retest and then hop in this trade, because it's going to continue to sell. And that's exactly what ended up happening. All right. So that was the EJ trade. Next, let's go to GJ. And EJ and GJ, I was about looking for the same exact thing in these markets this week. And UJ a little bit as well, but UJ started to move a little bit different than EJ and GJ later on in the week. So as you guys can see, we were, let me go over. So we were looking for the sale over here as well, but it ended up going up just a little bit more. And then it finally broke right here. And we caught this sale right here. Or at least we intended to catch this sale right here. So I was in this sale, and then after it had did this drop right here, that was when I had moved my stop loss into profit, because I was like, okay, this trade is now about over halfway deep into my zone, or my, my profit level. So it was at 45 pips at the time. So I had moved my stop loss into profit. I moved my stop loss into profit, went to sleep, woke back up, and we had this long wick right here that came back up and then knocked me out of the trade. So right trade, just came back and knocked me out. I did not expect that volatile candle to end up happening this late into the trade. That's why I waited so long to move my stop loss into profit, because I was seeing that the market was in consolidation right here. And then I was like, okay, I'm not going to move it into profit right now, because it can come back and hit it at any time, literally, like during this time of consolidation. So when it had did this drop, that was when I finally moved it. And then literally in the next hour, it came right back up, hit me again, and then it did its final drop. So that was the GJ trade that I was in. But if same thing with GJ as it was with EJ, it broke this support, came back and retested it, boom, it dropped. But the better entry would have been up here. You know what I'm saying? This was the best entry because it came back and retested the trend line, and then it dropped. So it broke the trend line right here. And I had my alerts set off. It is still set right now, but the alert did not trigger because it did not fully cross over the trend line to let me know, hey, the market is where you needed to be at. So that was my GJ trade this week. And currently I am in the buy. We're gonna see how that goes. But I'm gonna go over that next week when we get to that market. Next, let's go to UJ. UJ, same exact thing. And then even GJ, here go my analysis on GJ. You guys can see the date, 29th of June. I said GJ came and retested after the break and sold down. It may be giving an opportunity to re-enter now, but wait for a rejection that shows that sellers are still in control. So you guys see when I was in it and when I sent that in the group chat. Next, let's go to UJ. So I said, I'm waiting on UJ to break the trend lines to confirm the sale. If it does not break trend, then the buy will continue. So this is when I sent the picture of the trades, marked up both of the trends. Perfect. They were both beautiful, right? And let's go to what actually ended up happening. So boom. The market broke the first trend right here, and it bounced off of this one just a little bit, right? So during this time, I was like, okay, since it rejected off of this trend line right here, I'm gonna wait a little bit and see how it's gonna react. And then boom, it just ended up tanking all the way. So then I had set up my fib level, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for a full retracement all the way back into my zone right here. But as you guys can see, it never did come back up to this zone, and it just ended up dropping even more. So that one, I hate that I missed that one. Honestly, because that was a great trade, one that I really wanted to catch because I knew that it was going to drop, and I had a feeling that it was going to drop, but I could not find the entry that I would have liked to enter at, based off of how I normally trade. So ended up missing out on this one right here. And you know, some trades you just gotta let it go, man. No, these are one of those trades I had to let go. So after that, I pretty much got out of UJ until I was getting a full retracement. Even now, I don't think I got like a valid retracement at all. I may be getting one soon. I don't know. We'll see when next week comes. But I feel like it's about to buy up or get ready to buy up at least. We will see. But next one is, what else did I take trades in? So I took a buy in EJ. I took some buys in EJ and GU. So let's go to GU because we haven't covered GU yet, but still pretty early on. So GU, I had took this sell in as well, but I believe I got knocked out of this one too. I did. So yeah, I got knocked out of GU as well. Same exact thing. Actually, same exact thing as what happened with GJ. where it came up and knocked me out right here. Same exact principle. It was consolidating. And then I was like, I think I was about to go to sleep. Yes. So it's 1 o'clock right here. So I was about to go to sleep. And I was like, since it's in consolidation, this market could potentially buy out of this support level right here and come back up and knock me out while I'm asleep. So I didn't want that to happen. So I moved my stop loss into profit. And then as you guys can see, it ended up going down. I only was able to get, let me go back to it, 5 cents and 4 cents from this trade right here. So this one was one that I sent in the group chat as well. This was my Sunday analysis. I do believe, yes. So right here, that was my analysis that I sent in the group chat for Sunday. I said it either had 2 directions, right? It either was going to go up or it was going to break down. But it ended up breaking down, and that was one trade ended up activating. Yeah, you guys saw what happened. So, or you guys see what happened at least. So, I was kind of upset about that one too, because it's pretty much, you guys see how my trading has been going this week, and you guys see the story of my life right now. So, oh yeah, and this was the analysis for US 30. I said US 30 is back in my zone between the 50 and 61.8. So see if it will buy up from here or break the zone and continue back down. It more than likely will not move or move a lot until around or after 7 a.m. tomorrow. So we can go back to US 30 and check that out in a little bit and see how that analysis went, because I forgot to show that. But yeah, GU ended up knocking me out as well, and then went on to hit my TP. So great week, right? Analysis was right, TPs were right, everything was right. I don't know. I don't know why I had to pay for moving my stop loss into profit and just trying to be a great risk management trader, right? But I had to pay for all of that. So lastly, we can go to Euro USD, because I did win this trade right here. So ended up winning this trade right here, and I got tired of setting my stop loss into profit, right? I'm not gonna lie. This one I pretty much let it rock, but from our entry, you guys see that we had no drawdown, literally. We had no drawdown in this trade, and it went on down to hit our TP by the time we woke up this morning. So I was very pleased with this trade right here and satisfied with this one. So even though, it wasn't enough to cover the losses that we had took or the break evens that we ended up taking this week, like if I never did get knocked out of any of my trades, I would have been able to clear another account this week. But all of my trades basically hit break even. Even my big US 30 trade that would have set me up pretty well. And then the rest of the trades just would have closed it in for the week. You know what I'm saying? They just would have closed the deal and allowed me to clear another account, maybe even 2. Honestly, because you guys see the analysis. You guys saw the proof in the Telegram chats. Everything played out to my favor and wonderfully. Main thing from this week was execution. So analysis, perfect. The execution was not there. And then this is the US 30. So I said US 30 is back in my zone between the 50 and the 61.8. So see if it will buy up from here or break this zone and continue back down. So that is right here in this level. Let's full size this, spread it. So right here is the zone that I had ended up sending that night. As you guys can see, it actually did end up breaking past the zone, came back and retested it, and sold back down. So this even could have been an amazing trade. Even gave another opportunity right here. Came back and retested it again, creating a zone-to-zone trade for both of these. So you even could have caught the buy back up right here from this entry down here and the sell right here again. So analysis held true for the US 30 as well. And I just ended up missing this one, honestly. Could not catch this trade, and pretty much went in my direction. Even looking at my analysis right now, looking for the retest or looking for another position to get in on this trade would have been perfect right here. So missed all of that, even though my analysis held true. But that's my fault. But those are all of the trades that I ended up taking this week. And that's pretty much how they all turned out. So like I said, analysis was there, trades were there, but the execution was not. So you guys want to know how to make money in the markets? Execute. You know what I'm saying? Execute everything. When you trust in your analysis, when you know that everything is right, and when everything still holds true, even when you get knocked out of a trade, just enter back into the trade. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like I didn't trust in my analysis. I definitely did. I just got unlucky, whether I was asleep and by the time that I woke up, the trades were already gone, or I just didn't have the time to look at my charts because I was at work. So that's pretty much the story of my life this week. And it sucks. It sucks. Some days I just be like, man, I know if I wasn't at work right now, I could have been making a lot of money, but we're making more money than what I currently am at work right now. So that comes with it. And I definitely will be making another video soon, probably in the next 2 weeks or so, about trading at work. I believe I already have one up right now. And that's why I ended up switching to becoming a swing trader and intraday trader, so I could have trades that, you know, I don't have to just sit there and be glued to the screen to watch. But some of my trades were just very unlucky this week with being knocked out of them, because I simply moved my stop loss into profit, and then they ended up going in my direction. So things like that. But still was a great week because at least I know my trades would have hit. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to know that your trades would have hit. Way better than just losing because you're just taking bad trades. You know what I'm saying? At that point, then you got to figure out, okay, what am I doing wrong? Like, what is going on? And even now, I still got to figure out. I'm not saying like I don't have to figure out what's going wrong. I still have to do some more back testing myself, learning when to move my stop loss into profit. You know what I'm saying? After how many hours after a trade, either or after I enter a trade, does it either goes into consolidation before it takes off? How many hours do I have to wait to move my stop loss into profit? When does it usually come back and retest my entry again before it fully takes off? You know, questions like those. I have to answer those questions now. Take that next step. So that's part of the back testing process, guys. I will see you guys next week, though. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing day.